Hey everyone, welcome to 5 More Minutes, the show where two friends relive their childhoods, or in some cases, learn about everything they missed out on. I'm Kendra.
And I'm Scott. Apparently, Kendra has some kind of a joke for us today.
Oh yeah. Why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella?
I don't know why.
Faux drizzle.
Drizzle. Hey, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's functional.
That joke is also from a student, but a different student.
Do they know you have like a open roster for taking jokes right now?
I have had that one written down since last trimester because I no longer have this student, but I mean we did take the month off, so they did know that I was looking for jokes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Your shoes look like they're gonna run off the shelf.
They are pretty cool, huh? Got them at bait because I'm cool like that.
I don't know what any of those words you just said are.
Bait is like a hype store, like for shoes and clothing and blah blah blah.
Oh.
And they actually had one in Seattle. It was kind of a long walk from our hotel, though. It was, well, I mean, long for some of the people that came with us. Yeah. It was only like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's like not even a walk.
Yeah, we had to take the train back afterwards.
Wow.
But we went there and we looked around and they had them on display. So I asked about them. They didn't have them exactly in size 10 and a half, but they did have 11s. And I was like, that'll work.
Are you ever going to wear them?
I don't know.
Is it baitme.com?
No.
Hashtag
that sounds like a
me.
very different thing.
East Pike Street.
Yeah, it's just bait, all capital.
Their website is baitme.com.
Oh, it is. Look at that.
Hashtag baitme.
Hashtag, dude.
Oh, I want to go to this store.
It's pretty fancy. And actually, I was kind of expecting all this stuff there to be marked up pretty heavy, but it was all pretty much retail. I was wearing like my black and yellow acid wash dunks, and they had a pair there, and they were like exactly what I paid for them, so I was impressed.
Oh, that is impressive. Yeah. Some of these are weird. Street Fighter Adidas.
I didn't even know those existed, and I saw a pair of those in there. I was like, what the heck?
You know, I was looking at Reeboks yesterday just because. I keep forgetting they brought back the Zigs, and they're kind of weird. But I feel like really Reebok does like the weird shoes, like jelly beans. Like all the Ghostbusters shoes are kind of weird.
Yeah,
like they have some weird Boba Fett ones.
To be fair,
they have Jetsons ones and Flintstones.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see Adidas has M&M ones up right now.
I did see those too, and I was like, which is funny because the other day, Mrs. Aiken posted that it was her husband's birthday, and all of his gifts were like M&M things. And I messaged Megan, and I was like, I just don't understand old people who are obsessed with things like M&Ms.
It was like one of the first things I guess they could collect. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like all those people who are like really overly obsessed with Disney.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Bait has SpongeBob shoes. Good thing Jackie did not see those.
Snap. You should get those for her. Well, in 8 months when it's her birthday and Christmas.
There we go.
There was one year I was really good about buying her gifts so that I wouldn't have to do it all at once. And it's only ever happened 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's easier for me to process buying both things if I'm spreading them out, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Them dang Christmas birthdays will do that to you, though.
Yeah, what type of people are born on holidays?
Gosh, losers. Basically. Yeah.
Wow, all right.
It's coming out swinging, you know? Well, I guess do you want to just jump into it since we're
recording on Tuesday and this episode comes out on Thursday?
Yeah, a little behind the scenes for everyone there. We're definitely not procrastinators of any flavor, but
I'm really tired too because I donated plasma.
Hence the coffee.
Yeah, paid for it with my blood.
Literally.
So I talk about how I'm all about the cash. Just side note really quick before we start.
Yeah.
So my students all know that I like donate plasma, or at least the ones in my college class, because they actually talk to me, and the kids in my elective class just sit there and stare. And now like a bunch of them want to do it, but they're all like just barely not 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it would be really funny if they used me as a referral. I'd get so much extra money.
You just imagine like 10 people go in. Oh yeah, Miss Waters referred me.
Yeah.
Get so much dollars.
For real. But they're always just like, as you should, miss. So.
Oh, go after the money.
Yeah. And then one of them had these really big jelly beans today. And then I was like, so one of my nicknames was Beans. And then I went on to explain how like none of my nicknames were good. And they were like, and I was like, I think this is why I had like an identity crisis. And they were like, wow, miss, like, why would people call you like Little Denny and Mini Tara and all these weird names? I was like, I don't know, man.
Did people like in your family do that?
Mrs. Shelton called me Little Denny in class. Because I was like telling this, I was like, yeah, my 7th grade science teacher went to school with my dad. And can you just imagine being like a 12-year-old girl and having your teacher call you Little Denny?
Yeah, that's really strange.
And then all the seniors, like Heather and Amber and all them, called me Mini Tara when we were in high school. So
it's all coming together now.
Yeah. And then you had Beans and Waldo kind of, spread throughout there.
Yeah.
But they had like such appalled looks on their faces that people called me those things.
Yeah, can't choose our nicknames, unfortunately.
Sometimes you can.
I guess so. But then if you try too hard to make it stick, everyone's like, yeah, that's not happening.
That's true.
Yeah.
But anyways, I guess we can hop on into it.
So we're going to continue our foray, Dragon Ball Z. Do you remember what kind of happened last time and where we left off?
Well, when we left off, Goku was on the bad people's ship flying around, and he let the bad guy get away because he kept like messing with them, and the planet was destroyed, right?
Yeah, he did not let him get away though. He was going to let him go, and then Frieza tried to blast him one more time, and then Goku was like, all right, your chances are over.
Oh, but he did kill him?
They thought. So yeah, I guess that's kind of spoilers into next. Well, I mean, something that's super
I think that's why I was confused.
Yeah. So basically where we left off, Goku.
But he could have like killed him before that.
He could have killed Frieza before that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just Goku. He's, I don't know. He's soft sometimes, like a soft boiled egg.
Okay.
But Goku got away from Namek, having thought that he destroyed Frieza and left. And then he didn't come back home. And, the dragon, they tried to wish him back.
It's been 3 years. Right?
Almost.
Whatever. How many years? A year and a half?
A year and a half, yes.
I just doubled it. It's fine.
So it's been a year and a half since all that happened. So things have been kind of continuing normally back on Earth.
Yeah, Gohan's used to not having a dad, so it works out.
Exactly. And now Piccolo can be his dad again, and they're just chilling and having a good time. So a year and a half later, they have kind of gone back to their normal lives, as much as you can call life in Dragon Ball Z normal. They are still waiting for Goku to come back. He has not shown any signs that he's going to do that yet. Gohan has become worried of when his father will come home, and he slacks off in his studies, and he starts to be like a rebellious, kind of child. I forget what age he's supposed to be right now.
But is he supposed to be studying?
Well, the whole throughout Dragon Ball Z, his mom, Chi-Chi, really wants him to be an academic, and he's like super smart. So she wants him to go to college for academics, research, that type of thing.
I want to be an academic.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably the most academic of our friend group.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's true.
That's pretty good.
Got this here master's degree, so.
There you go. That's something I'm not going to have.
You could have it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I don't know if I want it.
There's going to be a bunch of clunking for me to edit out now.
Oh, it's not that bad. Leave raw.
Whoa.
So Gohan starts to slack off. Chi-Chi gets him a tutor to try to bring him back into line. Vegeta actually comes back to Earth as well.
He's like one of those like a college athlete who has like a person who goes to class with them and takes all their notes and stuff.
Like a handler.
Yeah. Well, okay. We got CIA up in here, but
Yeah. Try to help him pass or something. And of course, Vegeta is still mostly his normal self. He's rude. He's hostile. He's kind of an asshole. But Bulma offers him to live with her and her family. They have like, I probably mentioned at one point, but the Briefs family, Bulma Briefs, her parents are like very rich. They've pretty much invented like most of the technology on Earth.
Everything.
Pretty much. So they have like a giant complex. So she's like, hey, you're kind of a dick, but you can come live here if you want. Give you a place to be because, he's like a nomad warrior at this point. Bulma, it kind of hints at this time that Bulma kind of likes Vegeta a little bit.
It's all about the anger and the muscle.
The angst and, all that good
He's
stuff.
like teenage angst, but a grown man.
Yeah, the edge.
Oh.
Yeah. And of course, Vegeta does not really notice this and blows it off. Krillin has resumed training, doing some martial arts, little Krillin style, as do Piccolo and Tien. So they're all kind of returning back to their normal martial art roots back in the day. But one day, all of a sudden, they sense this power approaching Earth. And they can recognize that it feels familiar. It feels like Frieza, which leaves a lot of them confused because they all thought that he had died.
A cold death.
A cold death. But it's revealed that he has survived and he has been cybernetically enhanced since most of his body was destroyed when Namek blew up. So basically, they found a whole bunch of pieces of him and they were able to kind of put him back together somehow. Alien technology, basically. And so he is on his way to Earth for revenge with his big daddy, which is that first slide. His father's name is King Cold, and he's kind of the master general of all of these Frieza armies that are out there.
Seems like the name of someone who would be in the Flash.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of one of those, like, it's not Dr. Freeze, it's King Cold. Yeah. So they sense Frieza, and they notice that he's much stronger when they fought him. Of course, because this is Dragon Ball Z. You only get stronger. So they fly out to where they think the ship is going to land to intercept him and kind of prepare for the worst. Once they get there, Frieza and his father arrive in one of their big, scary alien ships. And they order that all of the minions start destroying everything, basically. It's like, kill all these fools, kill everyone else you can find.
Oh, yeah.
Frieza's minions, before they can do anything, this young man with purple hair shows up out of nowhere. The guy that is behind Kendra, yep. And he's also the guy on slide number 2.
Number 2.
He stands in the way of Frieza and his minions and basically says, I will be the one to destroy you. And he's like, what? Who are you? I don't even know who you are. And Frieza mocks him. And then Trunks drops Goku's name. And he's like, whoa, what? How do you know who Goku is? Basically, like this mysterious stranger just showing up, knows who Goku is, knows who Frieza is somehow. And the warrior does not tell him how he knows, but he warns him that he will show him what a true Super Saiyan can do. And he knows all about it. So don't tempt him, basically. He's like, F around, find out. I dare you. And
I don't know why you just censored yourself.
It said, fuck around, find out.
There you go.
I don't know. I was still in a professional work mode, I guess.
You're in professional work mode?
Just for like talking, I haven't switched my brain yet.
Oh.
I've had to talk a lot today.
I don't talk that much differently since I work with teenagers. I mean, I don't swear at school, but
yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't care if I did. I don't think most people would. I'm pretty sure a lot of the teachers swear, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they'd probably get a kick out of it, if anything.
Yeah, they like it when their teachers are their true, authentic selves.
Yeah. Okay, so now the warrior gives all these threats. Frieza doesn't believe him. He thinks he's some kind of a punk. And lo and behold, Trunks does turn into a Super Saiyan right in front of him. So he's like, whoa, what the heck? What is going on?
Did you know that I'm a Super Saiyan? Because my hair is blonde.
Oh, so is mine.
Yeah.
Holy cow. All blonde people are Super Saiyans?
Uh-huh.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. So the warrior transforms, and it is clear that his power can overcome Frieza. It's pretty high power level. And Gohan from far away feels the energy, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, is my dad back?" He feels the power of a Super Saiyan. He's like, "Who is that? Is he here?" But Trunks is able to easily defeat Frieza before anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
So slide 3 kind of shows like his last moment of life, and then Trunks in an iconic scene cuts him in half like that, and then pretty much
that's kind of a weird image, honestly. Like it's not just like solid like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the insides.
Yeah.
That's too much to animate.
Wow. Okay.
To draw in. So I actually have that cell in like a manga poster panel on my wall. So
the cutting in half thing?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Trunks going off a little bit. And Trunks proceeds to cut him into like 1,000 little tiny pieces and then burn them all away with energy, leaving no trace of Frieza anymore, which is cool. And Vegeta discovers that Frieza has been sliced up and killed easily, and they're all still far away. So they're like, "Holy cow! It must be Goku. He's the only one that would be able to do this." Yep. But
they're wrong.
They are wrong. Yep. Yamcha tells the others.
Trunks is much more to the point.
Yeah, he really is. If you learned nothing else from other people in Dragon Ball Z, it's like always kill him immediately. Don't give him a chance to power up and mess around. So that's good. So Yamcha tells them he's like been able to sneak up and see what's going on. He's like, "Hey, it is a Saiyan and he's a Super Saiyan, but it's not Goku. I don't know who it is." King Cold, after seeing his son slaughtered right in front of him,
what's that guy doing during this? Is he just like chilling there, like he doesn't care?
Well, it's not that he doesn't care. It's just like over so fast. It's like, and most of the fights.
But he's like so much bigger. Can't he fight?
He can, but I think it's implied that Frieza is stronger than him. So it's like,
he's so much smaller.
Well, you will learn that size does not equate into power.
But couldn't he just like stomp on someone?
Not in Dragon Ball Z, you can't. Nah. So he begs and pleads for Trunks to join his army, join his side. They'll take over the universe, like normal bad guy stuff. And then Trunks promptly blasts a big old hole in him. And then he starts begging for his life. Let me live, let me live. And Trunks does not do that. He kills him. So they are both dead now. And he has effortlessly destroyed them both. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So now that they have learned what has happened and they're approaching this, so-called Saiyan, Vegeta wonders how it is possible that another Saiyan could be here, because it is thought that Goku and Vegeta are the last remaining Saiyans. Of course with Gohan, but he's obviously half human. Yeah. So that's weird. Trunks, who introduces himself, his name is Trunks, and he tells them that Goku is going to be arriving in 2 hours, and they will wait for him there. They try to ask where he came from, but he refuses to reveal anything about himself other than that he is 17 years old.
Very mysterious.
Very mysterious, very edgy. He's got the sword.
Being edgy is a theme in this show.
Yep. So then, lo and behold, they kind of, I don't really know, they twiddle their thumbs for a couple hours and try to make awkward conversation. Yeah.
Just like this.
And then yeah. And then lo and behold, Goku comes back. What the heck? So that's slide number 4. Goku crashes down to Earth in a little Saiyan space pod and climbs out. And he's wearing one of his cooler outfits that he wears throughout the show.
That's a cool outfit, because I kind of thought it looked a little colonial.
Colonial? I mean, I guess just the collar, right? That's
and like big poofy sleeves.
Yeah, he's got the poof. He's got the comfy.
It's
The
like
comfy collar,
it's like
comfy clothes.
Colonial meets Aladdin.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, he's back, and Vegeta's the only one that's not like overjoyed, of course. Bulma tells Goku that this mysterious fighter showed up and killed Frieza and his father, and that he turned into a Super Saiyan. And Goku is amazed that Trunks was able to accomplish this at such a young age, because Goku obviously didn't meet that goal until much later in life. Trunks squares up to Goku and says, I need you to prove to me that you are actually Goku and you are a Super Saiyan. So he tries to attack Goku with his sword, and Goku turns into a Super Saiyan, and he does a whole bunch of elaborate blocking of the sword with his finger, showing him that, yeah, I'm the real deal, you know? And then,
real deal, yo.
Yep. The new mysterious warrior concludes that Goku is indeed powerful and a Super Saiyan. And he requests that he comes and talks to him privately, basically.
They made this really funny in the abridged thing, because Gohan was like, Dad, it's been so long, and Goku's just like, and just like,
like, forget you, son. Yeah, just goes over there. And Goku comments that he does not sense any malice in Trunks' heart.
Before we move on too far, I had a question. Because in like the time before he comes back, when it's going over all the other stuff, Krillin has like this weird girlfriend named Marin, and like is pretending to be like Juan or something.
Yeah, I don't remember him pretending to be, because that's been so long since I watched it. But I did have in the notes that I believe he breaks up with his girlfriend at some point.
Yeah, well,
and then turns back into training.
In the abridged version, because I don't really know like how accurate some of it is. He's like rich because he like cashed in like a life insurance policy on himself and was pretending to be his twin and had the money. And then the girl Marin or whatever ends up like a federal agent who's trying to like arrest him for cashing in his life insurance policy, because they're like walking on the beach and he's like, do you love me for me or for my money? And then she's like, and then she like tells him that she works for the government and that he's gonna have to pay all the money back. And he's like, but I spent money on you. And she's like, yeah, you have to pay for that out of pocket. And he's like, but it was $500,000. And then it just kind of like never goes back to it after that.
Yeah, if it was really
aggressive.
I don't think that was true.
It was really funny. I was just like, what?
Yeah, you're like, okay. Yeah, I was just looking up a picture of Marin.
And they were making all these jokes. Yeah, because they were making this joke like, oh, blue hair, that's so original.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Oh, yeah. Apparently in the actual story, Krillin breaks up with Marin after Krillin realizes that she is too good for him. And then she reveals that she would have agreed to marry if he had asked. But then she gets picked up by a buff man in a sports car and leaves and is never seen again.
Wow.
Yeah. So fun facts.
Sounds like the life.
Yep. So that is pretty funny though. But I don't think totally accurate to the show.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Where were we? So yeah, okay. Goku senses no malice in Trunks. He's like, I can tell that you're a good guy, so I will go talk to you. He swears Goku to secrecy. He's like, whatever I'm about to tell you, you cannot tell anyone. Or, I mean, he has no way to threaten him, but Goku's like, okay, whatever. And so Trunks formally introduces himself to Goku, and he says that he is from the future 20 years from now. Mm-hmm. He says that he is actually half Saiyan and that Vegeta is his biological father. Much to Goku's surprise, that Vegeta would have a child and he will be born in 2 years. Mm-hmm. Future Trunks tells him the real reason that he came, and he warns him that in 3 years, they give the date, and it's very specific for some reason, May 12th at 10 a.m., which is coming up. Mm-hmm. So watch out. Near South City, red ribbon androids will appear and destroy everything on Earth. Mm-hmm. So the androids are coming.
Mm-hmm. Also in the in the abridged version, when he's telling that to all of his friends, he like can't remember the stuff, and Piccolo has to tell him all their things,
all of the stuff,
like all the details. He's like on May, and then Piccolo's like 12.
Oh yeah,
and then he's like 10 p.m. He's like a.m.
yeah. I remember that. So yeah, he gives all these details, and he said basically it's gonna be bad. All of the Z fighters are going to be killed, and only Gohan will be left. And then he'll end up getting killed 13 years later, and the Dragon Balls will vanish forever. So there's no way to bring anyone back anymore. Mm-hmm. Also, he tells Goku that he is going to die from a heart disease that has no cure. Mm-hmm. Before the battle happens, and Goku is upset in typical Goku fashion that he will not get to fight strong enemies. Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that matters.
To Goku, it is absolutely. Trunks is amazed that Goku wants to stand up to these androids. He's like, dude, I'm warning you that you're like terrible. They're going to destroy everything. And you're like disappointed that you don't get to fight him. And he's like, yeah. And Trunks is like, all right, you're crazy, but his mother was right about him. Trunks gives him heart medicine from his time that will at least help him with his heart condition. And Goku asks who Trunks' mother is, and Trunks tells it is Bulma. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. So Bulma and Vegeta's kid is Trunks.
But I have a question about that, because how does their kid become a Super Saiyan?
What do you mean?
Is like I guess I don't understand how one becomes a Super Saiyan.
So it which kind of makes sense, because, you know, in the whole arc of the Frieza arc, everyone's like the legendary Super Saiyan or whatever, indicating that there's really only one. But as we go through this saga, you'll see that basically any Saiyan can become a Super Saiyan as long as, you know, they train and become strong. Mm-hmm.
But then couldn't Gohan become a Super Saiyan?
He could.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he will.
And he will. But that's down the line.
Okay.
Yeah. So Goku falls over in disbelief, because obviously he's like, Bulma and Vegeta together. What the hell is happening?
I fall over in disbelief all the time.
Yep. And apparently Trunks explains that Bulma and Yamcha broke up, and Bulma eventually falls in love with Vegeta, but they never married. Mm-hmm. Trunks does not remember his father at all, as he was an infant when he was murdered. And he is happy to be here to at least see him, basically. Mm-hmm. He's like, whoa, that's my dad. Mm-hmm. Trunks asks Goku not to tell Bulma or Vegeta about his identity, or else they may not conceive him, which would be awkward. Mm-hmm. And Goku promises not to, and tells him thanks, you know, for everything. Thanks for giving me this heart stuff. Thanks for letting me know. And after that, Trunks leaves. Mm-hmm. He's like, I have done my job. I've told you about this. Start preparing, basically, because it's gonna go down.
It's really funny too, because in the abridged version, he like floats up in the air, and he like addresses each one of them, even though they're not supposed to know who he is. Like he addresses like Bulma as mom, and they're just like, huh?
Everyone's like super dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So slide 5, I guess you can poke to, but it's just Trunks giving him the meds, the good stuff. And then
sick shakes.
Goku. Yeah. So Piccolo, as you're talking about in the abridged, he has like superhuman hearing. So he hears this whole conversation happen. He knows all of it. Mm-hmm. And tells the story to the others, but he doesn't say anything that would reveal Trunks. So he basically tells them about the androids, about the danger that's oncoming. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember if they touch on Goku's heart disease or not. I think they do. Yes. So they discuss what they need to do. They have 3 years, and basically they're like, cue training montages. It's time for us to go get strong.
Are there just lots of time jumps all over?
Kind of, yeah. Especially in between arcs, there's usually like a year or two. And then with this one specifically, you're jumping 3 years. I think even back in like Dragon Ball, obviously there was a huge time jump between when Goku was a kid and then kind of an adult. Mm-hmm. So they do like to do that.
All right.
So now everyone's like, how the heck did you survive? We all thought you were dead. How did you get off Namek? And he says he got off the planet seconds before it was destroyed. He commandeered Frieza's ship. but it would not start up all the way. So he ended up spotting a space pod belonging to the Ginyu Force, and he was able to use that. Mm-hmm. He didn't end up making Frieza's ship work. He ended up on the planet Yard Rat, and the Yard Rats nursed him back to health and gave him their planet's outfit.
Yard Rats?
Yard Rats, yep.
Why?
That's just what their planet's called.
Oh.
And they gave him this outfit because his outfit was pretty much totally destroyed in Frieza's fight. Mm-hmm. And then Goku reveals that he learned a new technique that is unique to Planet Yard Rat, apparently. Mm-hmm. And it is instant transmission. So basically, Goku can pop back and forth wherever. And to demonstrate that, he instant transmissions himself over to Master Roshi's house, steals his sunglasses, and returns in the blink of an eye. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he's basically like the Flash now.
Snap.
Yeah.
I wish I was like the Flash. Barry Allen is just a cool guy.
B.A. Barry Allen.
Sure.
Good times. Man, I haven't watched that show in forever.
I like it.
Does it stay good?
I think so. I think that there's maybe a season now I haven't watched. But I mean, like all shows like that, it is like a little repetitive in like theme and stuff. But I feel like they keep the storyline going pretty well. Okay. I mean, I feel like maybe the last couple seasons haven't been as good, but it's still enjoyable.
Okay. Now that they know all of this, Piccolo basically tells them is like, okay, we need to train seriously this time because this is not good. Bulma suggests that they use the Dragon Balls to locate Dr. Gero's laboratory and destroy the androids. But Vegeta says it would be too late by then. They're not confident that they'll be able to find what's going on over there.
I just heard a weird noise.
Oh, looked like you were.
I don't know where it came from.
Like you just saw a ghost or something.
Yeah, maybe I heard a ghost.
Maybe you did. So they're not convinced that they'll be able to find all the Dragon Balls before the androids awaken. So Goku decides that they should train their very hardest and give all they got when the day comes. Vegeta tells Goku that he will help fight the androids too, but once it is over, the two of them will settle their score. And with that, everyone splits apart and begins their own training. Yeah. So slide 6, you can see Vegeta elects to specialize in high gravity training at Bulma's family's complex. They have all these crazy machinery and basically like ramps up the gravity to like 300 times and then, does push-ups and all these crazy fighting things in there to train his body.
Sounds kind of rough, honestly.
Yeah. Something unique to the anime only, which is funny, is there's an episode where Chi-Chi dictates that Goku and Piccolo need to go take their driver's tests so they can drive a car. Why? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was mostly just a filler episode, but it is pretty funny to see Goku and Piccolo try to learn how to drive vehicles. Mm-hmm. So that's enjoyable. Yeah. So now they are training and they are getting ready for the androids.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to flip the page of my notes. And after the training montages, it does do the typical, time skip. And it basically skips forward those 3 years where they are all meeting up and getting ready for the androids. They go to the island where they're going to meet up. There's a city there. Mm-hmm. Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, they meet up and they check each other out. They're like, oh man, you got strong. Oh no, you got strong. Everyone's
it's not a real friend meetup if you don't check your friends out first.
Yeah, they're like measuring dicks and doing all that. They're like, oh, look how big your biceps are. It's amazing.
Wow. Okay. I don't know what to say to that one, but yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Sure.
You don't have to say anything.
Okay.
And then they meet up with Yamcha, Tien, and Bulma, who is carrying a baby. Goku tells her to leave for her own safety, but Bulma says she wants to see the androids. I don't know why. She's like, I gotta put my eyes on them.
Suck.
That must be one from a video game, I can tell.
I don't know. It was the only one I could find that was the right size.
Fair enough. So Krillin asks about the baby, and Gohan assumes that it is Yamcha's, but Yamcha says, I am not the father. Mm-hmm. Haha. And Goku says that Vegeta is the father, and the baby's name is Trunks. Much to Krillin and Gohan's surprise. And Bulma is just like, what the heck? How did you know any of that? We didn't tell anyone its name. We didn't tell it. Obviously, it was Vegeta's.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that? Yeah, but Goku laughs it off. He's like, and yeah, typical Goku thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Piccolo inquires about Vegeta's whereabouts, but Bulma does not know because they are not living together. But he has been training very intensely for this day.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other very specific things that only show up in the anime is there is a filler episode in which Bulma nurses Vegeta back to health after he goes way too hard in the gravity chamber and he basically like destroys himself. So it kind of shows them bond.
I think in the abridged version, that's when they conceive Trunks.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they got here a little early. They've got about 30 minutes, so they just kind of like play around. Gohan's playing with the baby. They're having, quality moments before things go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 o'clock comes and goes and nothing happens. They're like, wait, I thought something was supposed to happen here. Where are the androids? But Gohan says that androids do not have ki, so they would not be able to sense them like they can sense each other's powers. Since they're artificial beings, they don't have that. Yajirobe comes by, brings some sensu beans, just in case they get hurt. And then seconds later, Yajirobe's car explodes. The fighters spot two figures lurking in the smoke from the blast, and they assume that they are the androids, and they follow them. They run down to the city, but they don't know what they look like yet because they only saw figures. And since they cannot sense their energy, they have to split up and try to find them without them knowing what they look like. And Yamcha makes his way to one of the cities on the island, and he finds one of the androids.
Mm-hmm.
They resemble people roughly. One of them is this really old-looking guy with long white hair,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one is that pudgy guy you got behind you. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess I could show you. You could hop to slide 7, but both of them are standing there together as they appear in the show.
Ain't nothing but a...
But really,
Which slide? Oh, there it is. I was looking at
number 7.
I think I skipped one for some reason. I was like, that's not the right thing.
That's not him. Okay, so Android 20, who is the older gentleman, reveals himself as an android by grabbing Yamcha by the mouth and draining a majority of his energy away somehow. Mysterious powers. There are 2 of them. Yamcha struggles, and then Android 20, old man, punches him through the chest and basically puts a hole right in him, severely wounding him.
But yeah.
Yep.
Like,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like blown up.
Oh, snap.
So Goku and the others, since they can sense energy, they can sense Yamcha's fading, so they know something has gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They arrive shortly after. They find the androids and Yamcha, who's laying on the ground dying.
Mm-hmm.
Typical Yamcha things. And then Goku asks Krillin to evacuate Yamcha and get him a sensu bean before it's too late. And due to the sensu bean's magical powers, he is able to get one and he survives.
Mm-hmm.
Androids are eager to fight, but Goku doesn't want to fight in the city because he's afraid that too many innocent people will die. So he requests that they go out into the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But instead of following his request, Android 20 fixes the problem by using eye lasers to destroy all the people around them. So
Mm-hmm.
Goku is angry. Goku gets very angry about innocent people dying. And then he punches Android 20, but Android 20 is not very affected. So kind of highlighting the strength that these guys have.
Mm-hmm.
They do finally convince them to move away from the city. So they all fly off to some little, barren little wasteland area so they don't continue to destroy things.
Mm-hmm. The Tri-Cities is kind of a barren wasteland.
Certain parts of it definitely are. Very desert. Things are rolling around out there. Okay.
And by things, you mean tumbleweeds.
Tumbleweeds, yep. What else? So they make it to their deserted rocky area. Goku offers to fight first, in typical Dragon Ball Z fashion, they're going to do one-on-one fights because, that's how they go. Goku does not appear to be his usual confident self, and he seems to already be tired from just flying here, which is not a good sign.
Mm-hmm. That their heart, man.
Yeah, their heart. Becomes apparent that Goku is experiencing mild effects from his heart condition.
It's kind of like in One Tree Hill, Chad Michael Murray's character.
Mm-hmm.
He has a heart condition and he has to take medication, so it like slows him down. And if he pushes himself too hard, it can cause him to die.
Wow, so Goku is basically Chad Michael Murray.
Oh yeah. It's called. What is the heart condition called?
Oh wow, we're getting scientific.
It's called HCM.
HCM.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wait, hold on. HCM, heart disease.
We got to figure out what this stands for.
Okay, yeah. It's called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Myopathy. Myopathy.
Exactly.
I added some letters the first time, so I got
extra letters, extra syllables.
Yeah, and that is a disease in which the heart muscle becomes abnormally thick. Thickened heart muscle can make it harder for the heart to pump blood.
Yeah, makes sense.
Now I need to rewatch that. I haven't watched it in so long. I watch Friend 10 times a year. I haven't watched One Tree Hill in so long.
And how many times have you watched One Tree Hill overall?
How many times overall have I watched it?
Yeah, I mean, like 15 or something.
Definitely not as many times as now as I've watched Friends.
Yeah,
probably somewhere between like 14 and 18. But I haven't.
Very specific.
But I don't think I've watched it. So like they took it off of Netflix and then it was gone for a while and then they put it on Hulu, but I haven't watched it since then. So I haven't watched it at all, like all the way through since whatever year they took it off of Netflix. Like I started to rewatch it when they put it on Hulu, but I think I only got to season like 4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, Friends, I just put on a loop and I'm not really watching it most of the time. It's just like on.
Yeah, it gives you something in the background.
Yeah,
I get that. Okay. So yeah, maybe he has the same condition as Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah.
You'll never know. They don't tell us what it is.
Lucas Scott.
Mm-hmm. But allegedly, this heart virus is supposed to take its toll 6 months later than future Trunks predicted. But anyway, he's like, okay, I'm going to fight Android 19, who's this puffier white one.
Mm-hmm.
And I say white, not in a race way, as his skin is literally white. And he decides to fight. Mm-hmm. He transforms into a Super Saiyan. Android 20 is surprised by this transformation because he had claimed that he had been documenting all of Goku's fights on Earth. But it would make sense that he doesn't know about this because he was not able to see anything that happened on Namek. So he does not know that Goku was able to attain this form. So he's surprised by Goku's strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. However, he claims it was just a minor setback. He's not too. So as a sidebar, this is going to be way long in your memory banks, but in Dragon Ball, when Goku was just a kid, the main enemies that he was fighting throughout that whole series was the Red Ribbon Army. Mm-hmm. And you can see the little RR.
Yeah, the little like heads. Dog people or whatever.
There were some that were dog people. But yeah, there were all kinds of things. There were robots. There was like Lieutenant Silver.
Isn't there one that was like a pig or something?
Well, I mean, they have a friend that's a pig that's a shapeshifter.
Oh.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised. They probably fought a pig at some point.
I know some things, just not accurately.
Yeah, you're getting there. And they engage a battle, but Goku's strength and speed is superior to Android 19. But as the battle goes on, he seems to be getting progressively weaker.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, everyone else watches the fight, and they're like, whoa, what's going on? Krillin, Tien, and Yamcha don't know any better, so they're cheering Goku on, saying, yeah, get him. But Gohan and Piccolo sense that something is wrong with Goku. He is not his normal self, and they figure out that the heart condition is starting to get to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So he rapidly deteriorates. His punches and kicks seem to have little effect. Goku struggles to create a Kamehameha to blast him, so it doesn't work very well. and Android 19 just absorbs it. So they got these little like jewels in their hand, and they can basically absorb energy through them. He gets weaker, and then he expresses that he feels like he is dying. So the heart thing is real again to Goku right now.
Mm-hmm.
He clutches his hands to his chest in the classic "I'm having a problem." And then Gohan gets worried, and they try to give him a senzu bean, but it has no effect against the virus, because I don't really know why senzu beans are so weird. Because it literally healed Yamcha from a giant hole in his chest. But it's like, yeah, I can't fix that heart condition you got.
Do those like grow on something, or are they man-made?
They do grow on a little tree up in Korin's tower. Korin's a little like cat deity dude. He grows little senzu beans on like a little tree, and he harvests them. So there are a limited amount. They don't just get them all the time, which would make sense, because otherwise things would be crazy. So Android 19 takes advantage of his weakness and starts beating the crap out of Goku. And then he proceeds to drain his energy through his hand like he has been. Mm-hmm. Goku lays dying, but lo and behold, Vegeta makes his appearance onto the battlefield. And he blindsides Android 19 and kicks him off of Goku. Mm-hmm. And Vegeta gives a talking to Goku and scolds him and is like, why are you fighting when you know you have heart problems? Like, what the heck are you doing, man? And then in a very Vegeta manner, kicks Goku towards Piccolo, and he's like, here you go, deal with this guy. Mm-hmm. Take out the trash. The fighters decide that Yamcha will take Goku home, and then Vegeta takes over the fight. And so at this time, Vegeta, on slide 8, reveals that he too has attained the form of Super Saiyan.
Snap.
Lo and behold. Yep. So it is not such a rare thing anymore. During his long training montage, he finally got there.
Mm-hmm. It was the sex.
Is that what did it?
Yeah. Duh.
Got it.
What else would it be?
Yeah. Good point. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So Android 19 is not afraid of him because he just saw how Goku fought him. He's like, you can't be stronger than him. You guys are like the same. Mm-hmm. But Vegeta toys with him, and turns out that he is much stronger than Android 19. Android 19 desperately grabs on to Vegeta's wrists, which is in slide 9, and starts draining his energy. Vegeta laughs this off, plants
That's such a funny picture.
I know. Plants his feet right on Android 19's face and proceeds to stretch out and rip off Android 19's arms. So he cannot drain energy anymore. He cannot fight that well. And then Vegeta finishes him off with one of his signature Big Bang attacks.
Snap.
Yep.
Big Bang for a big boy.
So look at that. After destroying Android 19, Vegeta is very drained, but he bluffs that he could still defeat Android 20, the old man. Mm-hmm. Android 20 is shaken because he did not expect Android 19 to be killed so easily. So he takes the bait and he runs away. Mm-hmm. Vegeta eats a senzu bean and goes after him. So as Vegeta is distracted, Android 20 gets away, and he's like starts bunny hopping to different rocks and places to hide. They struggle to find him because they can't track his energy. As he hides while Vegeta, becoming more and more frustrated, he throws a ki blast into the canyon, hoping to clear it away. This works to the android's advantage because he can keep hiding in the rubble and the smoke, and he tries to absorb the energy that is being fired. But he deduces that Piccolo is the next strongest after Vegeta of this group, so he tries to sneak up on him from behind. But he holds him in his grasp and the hand over Piccolo's mouth, draining his energy. But Piccolo reaches out to Gohan telepathically because they have that father-son connection.
Oh, yeah.
And Gohan hits Android 20 and removes him from Piccolo. And then Piccolo is able to turn around, cut his little hand off, as you see on slide 10, So putting him at a little bit more of a disadvantage. So he realizes he is not strong enough to defeat Piccolo, which doesn't make any sense according to his data. He's like, everyone here is way stronger than I thought. I don't know what's going on. I pooped my pants, and here I am.
Mm-hmm.
So he decides he has to return to his lab to go repair himself. So that actually coincides pretty good with the end of my slides, because that is all the pictures I put in, and I think we're close-ish to an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will be a good point to leave. We have Android 20 has escaped to his secret lab somewhere in this canyon. Android 20 has been killed by Vegeta, and Goku is having a hard time in a bed somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a whole lot of info.
It is a lot of info.
I think I made a lot of easy questions, especially since I forget that you've been watching the abridged, so you probably know these characters pretty well now.
Mm-hmm.
Or more than normal.
More than a normal Kendra.
Yeah. So I'll give you a brief quiz.
Okay.
So who is the mysterious future warrior?
Trunks?
It is Trunks. Of course. See, I told you these were going to be easy. What was the name of Frieza's father?
King Cold.
King Gold, indeed. What is Goku's ailment? And we spent a lot of time on this. So
a heart condition.
He has a heart condition.
Yeah.
He's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
What filler task do Goku and Piccolo do during training?
They get their driver's license like Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes, they at least attempt to. I don't remember if they actually get them or not. Okay.
You know the song?
What? No, I don't. But
it's like some popular song by this girl named Olivia Rodrigo. And it's like, I'm getting my driver's license or something. It's like one of those stupid songs. It's kind of like this generation's version of Friday. But it's it's more like rebellious. I think she's getting like revenge on something, like an ex or like because it's like I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. And
okay.
But it's like, I don't know. I think it's catchy. I've heard it a couple times. I just don't remember how it goes.
Well, they got a driver's license like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So last one, pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
What are the two androids that they face?
19 and 20.
19 and 20. Yeah.
I tried to do a rendition of this song, but I couldn't think of the good words. But I'll sing it for you. What I got.
Okay.
That's like how I've been bopping like this.
Got it.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a bad dad. Tell me why ain't nothing but an edgelord. Tell me why I never want to hear you say, I want it easy.
Wow.
It was hard.
Yeah, I see that. So Goku's obviously the bad dad.
Mm-hmm.
Is Edgelord Vegeta?
Yeah.
Nice.
And they don't ever really do anything the easy way, so.
That is true. That is very Dragon Ball Z, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing easy.
This ain't easy street. Taking it back to Paperboy.
Right. Paperboy, classic. Go check it out if you haven't.
If I were good at my not real job, I'd know the episode number, but I don't.
Oh my gosh, that's asking
it was a while ago, though.
It was a while ago. I've got it open right here so I can find out.
Oh, snap.
Episode 18, Paperboy.
Oh, snap. I was going to say 14, so that's pretty close.
Woo! So yeah, I guess that's Dragon Ball Z. Did that coincide pretty well with where your abridged end, or did you get farther?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you told me to watch the next 5, but I watched one more because it didn't seem like it was ending in like a good spot to conclude.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. That was kind of unintentionally planned, but it worked out.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any more questions about where we're at and the illustrious Android saga?
There's more androids?
Maybe.
A whole saga of androids.
There's a saga. Yeah. That's how you know.
All right. I don't have questions.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Yeah. Are we doing my stuff next week, or are we doing a movie?
So I was going to ask you that. We can either do
Because I was kind of thinking we could watch Batman. It's on HBO now.
Ooh, we could do that and be like not a bad movie for once.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
We could see Robert Pattinson transform.
Yeah. He can ascend to Super Bat.
Yeah, from Sparkly Bat.
From Sparkly Bat to Edgy Bat.
And that's what we're going to name the episode.
From Sparkly Bat to Edgy Bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would work good because I know what we'll watch for my movie, and it actually ties into Dragon Ball.
Snap.
And that will be at the end of next month. So
yeah, and I think that should 1, 2. Yeah, because I still have 2. Well, it might take a little bit longer than 2 months to finish my Critical Role stuff, but
I mean, the rate we're going is probably going to take a little longer to finish Dragon Ball Z too.
Yeah, we're slow pokes back in here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll probably just stop. We probably won't go into Super. We'll probably just stop when Dragon Ball Z ends. We'll save Super for another day.
And we'll go bye, bye, bye.
That's right. Yeah. All about them.
I don't remember if I said that already. That's NSYNC. But that's what I'm gonna that's what I'm gonna play for my classes tomorrow when they walk in is bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking about maybe throwing some like old school Britney in. Like Hit Me Baby One More Time or something. I don't know if that's still appropriate. What's that song? Is that I don't even know what that song's about. And then I don't know. I was gonna try to mix it up. A lot of the like 90s songs that I like are actually bad and have drug references. Like I think Tub Thumping has drug references.
Definitely has drink references.
Yeah. And since I blare it loud enough that you can hear it from outside my portable, it needs to be semi-school appropriate.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea, I suppose.
We could do some old like Evanescence or something though.
Yeah.
Or Colby Calais, take it to the 2000s.
Oh gosh. Some bubbly.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like every dance.
Oh god, yeah. That was everywhere.
Yeah. Anyways, Scott already plugged something. # bait me.
What's up? Those shoes right there.
Yeah. I guess I'll plug my dice shop again because I still have some sets in stock from my last update. Like these cool dragon ones. Put it back on me so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. This is bad image quality, but there's some gold dragons in there. They're pretty cool. And I just rolled a 9, so it could be worse. But you can check that out at www.brokenbowdiceshop.com/shop.
Hey, yeah. Check it out. Buy some dice. Custom.
And like usual, you can like and subscribe and download our episodes wherever you get your podcasts. Download them for sure because we're kind of struggling at that right now. You can follow us at our social medias that we intermittently, not intermediately, but I guess also intermediately, are both good and bad at posting on at 5 MMPOD. And you can send us an email with anything you want in it, honestly, as long as it's not spam. To 5FIVE more minutes pod@gmail.com. And don't forget to share us with your friends and family, your friends who are your family, and your family who's more like friends and family.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll try to be a little more on the. I'll always try to be.
I was doing really good the week before last week. I've been a little hit or miss this week.
Yeah, I don't think.
And I haven't posted on TikTok like at all because I just never get on it. It's really like the only time I get on TikTok is to look at that guy's shoes channel. I'm so inspired. Nice. I have ideas. I've got big brain shoe ideas up in here.
Kendra's gonna be dying some shoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess with that we will clock out till next time, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Make good choices.
Or don't.
Bye.